Okay, look, I don't quite understand it, but somehow, despite an overall confusing and frustrating performance in this tournament, England are in another semi-final. Gareth Southgate's third in the past 4 major tournaments, and there's a real possibility that we could be heading for a second consecutive Euro final. There have been big doubts about this England team at every stage of the tournament so far, but Saturday night's penalty shootout win against form side Switzerland, having come back from 1-0 down at 75 minutes, has posed the question, can they go all the way? The Netherlands, our semi-final opponents in Dortmund on Wednesday night, will of course have other ideas. So in this video, I'm going to take a look at how the Netherlands have got on in this tournament so far, who the key players are, who we should be worried about, and how we can expect England to set up for this semi-final clash. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, and let's jump straight into it. Despite being in the final 4 teams of the tournament, Group D was something of a mixed bag for the Netherlands in what was one of the competition's most challenging draws. They suffered an early blow in their opening match against Poland, with Buxa opening the scoring 16 minutes in, but Cody Gakpo, the tournament's current joint top scorer, levelled 13 minutes later. The Dutch dominated for the rest of the game, and substitute Weghorst swept in a late winner just 2 minutes after coming on. Ronald Koeman's defence was much tightened in the next game against France, and they could have taken all 3 points courtesy of a Xavi Simons goal if not for a controversial offside call. The match instead ended as the tournament's first goalless tie, but it did leave the Dutch top of the group on 4 points alongside France. Bizarrely though, neither of those teams would end as Group D winners, because the Netherlands would suffer a 3-2 loss to Austria in their final match. Malen's own goal 6 minutes in was an omen of things to come, and although Gakpo had brought the game to 2-2 come 75 minutes, a Sabitzer winner for Ralf Rangnick's side saw them drop not only the 3 points, but their place in the top 2 of Group D. It meant that they instead went through to the knockouts as the best third place side, setting them up for a round of 16 tie against Romania, although that arguably was a better route given they could have faced either Belgium or Turkey in place of France or Austria respectively. The Netherlands' lead against Romania may have only been won for 83 minutes, again thanks to Gakpo, but they dominated the possession and chances throughout, and Malen's late double off the bench within 10 minutes put the Netherlands way out of sight. That of course set up a quarter-final clash with one of their potential round of 16 contenders, with dark horses Turkey seeking to extend their surprise stay in the competition even further. And that looked like it could be a real possibility when centre-back Akidin deservedly broke the deadlock 35 minutes in from Arda Güler's cross. The Netherlands had been passive and predictable, and Turkey had capitalised. The Dutch responded well after the break though, galvanised by substitute Weghorst once again. Stefan de Vrij's header gave them the equaliser on 71 minutes, and with the Turkish defence now at sea, the winner followed 5 minutes later thanks to a Mulder own goal. And with that, the Netherlands were officially through to their first semi-final at a major tournament for 20 years. But just like England, it has been a rocky journey to this point. The Netherlands have at times scrambled through these games even with some generous opposition. They've fallen behind in 3 of the 4 matches that they've scored in. They've conceded in every game but 1. But just like England, they have clawed their way back. That means that should they go a goal down on Wednesday night, they are unlikely to panic. Koeman has even set up his side in a flexible 4-2-3-1 over their 2 knockout games so far, the same system that Southgate had been sending the Three Lions out in for all but the Switzerland tie. The key difference to England though is that this Dutch team has been scoring goals. 9 in fact, just 1 shy of double of England, and only Germany and Spain have managed more with 11 apiece. The reality is though, the Netherlands have been using this system to greater effect. They've been able to better utilise runners in behind with top scorer Gakpo and Bergwijn persistent threats on either flank, while Xavi Simons has been a creative force behind Memphis Depay with 3 assists to his name so far. Koeman has attacking reinforcements he can call upon too. Jeremy Frimpong, Daniel Malen and Wout Weghorst have all been called upon from the bench when the manager is looking to change the game, as he is often needed to. For some counterbalance though, 3 of those 9 attacking returns did come against Romania, and the Netherlands did fail to find the net against France, who boast the strongest defence of all of the sides they have faced so far until at least England. And in some ways, it's the other end of the field that I'm more concerned about. The Dutch defence may not have lived up to expectations so far, but the experience of Van Dijk cannot be understated, especially paired with Nathan Ake alongside him at left back. That means that Bukayo Saka, comfortably England's best player against Switzerland, will have his work cut out for him on Wednesday night, and so too will Gareth Southgate in working out how to sharpen up a still overall blunt England attack. One thing that could help matters though is the surprise return of Luke Shaw, who offered some signs of rebalancing this team with his shock sub introduction at the end of the second half on Saturday night. The left hand side has been a continual issue for England throughout this tournament, and so the gamble to bring Shaw, despite him having not played any football since the end of February, may still pay off. On the topic of balance, the switch to 3-5-2 did enhance our midfield against Switzerland, despite our creative drought remaining. So I imagine this is very likely to be retained against the Netherlands, and it may be the answer to keeping their wingers quiet and stopping those runs in behind. Mark Gahey will presumably return to the side, having served his suspension. A shame for Konsa, given he did put in a good shift against Switzerland, though it's a nice problem to have given how good Gahey has been too. Other than those two tweaks though, I'm not expecting any other changes here. We know at this point that we're more creative with the likes of Palmer and Eze on the pitch, but Southgate has continually made small refinements, and this is arguably not the time for wholesale changes. There's been a lot of discussion around whether he'll finally drop Harry Kane, who was invisible against Switzerland, but I don't think this is even up for discussion. It's something that he simply will not do. Part of the issue, and I say issue, is despite how poor we've been, we keep going through. So I guess in Southgate's head, he thinks, well, let's just do that all over again. It's pretty clear at this point that he likes to try and make the match as stale as possible, bring on a couple of creative subs at the end of the game and try and nick a goal. And because of that, I think this is going to be yet another stressful and tightly contested match. I'd really love to say that we're going to beat them in 90 minutes, but the proof is in the fact we've only beaten one of our 5 opponents so far in 90 minutes, and that was Serbia in the opening match of our tournament. So for that reason, just like the Switzerland match, I'm once again going 1-1 to take us into extra time, and England to win 2-1 sometime in those extra 30 minutes. Probably with a penalty. It's not going to be pretty, there are still going to be problems, but I think and I hope we get the job done here. Anyway, over to you. What is your prediction for this match? Do you think England are going through, or is this the end of their Euro 2024 journey? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have enjoyed this video, then please do hit like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And I'll hopefully see you in my next video for my post-match reaction. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on, England.